Yes, hello everyone, welcome to Annex Femitech video tutorial. Now guys, for this episode, I'm going to show you how to properly adjust your gain for your PA system or your sound system, just about any system that you use to play music or watch movies. One sound should be coming out of your system. Um, there's there are times when you will be hearing a hiss sound. That's a loud sound coming from the amplifiers, or just about a component, a really annoying sound, especially when the music is turned down. That sound, it is actually louder than the music that you should be hearing or listening to. So all sometimes that have to do with some form of ground, maybe a quarter jack or a XLR grounding on something. At another time, it is just that you're not adjusting the gains in terms of the volume for the different components. For me, of course, this is what I do to minimize that hissing sound. Another other persons might actually have other ways, but I just showed you my way in terms of getting rid of that hissing sound. Now, what I realized that back in the past, I would have made mistake in terms of, let's say for example, this is my arms rack. So this arms down the bottom there, I actually use it to play the high frequency and of course the mid frequency. Now, in terms of the value, in terms of the knob there, what I don't do, I don't actually turn it up too much. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. The frying sound coming from the speaker in the background. And as you realize, that is simply because I would have turned it up to the max. Now, in terms of adjusting, let's say for example, this is the mixer at the top there. If I should also turn up the mixer there, right? So the mixer, so this is the channel that I use to actually send signal, receive signal for the mixer. When I turn it on, I realize that the sound it get a bit lower. So let's turn it down back. All right, so in terms of adjusting, let's say for example, I'm actually playing some music through my DJ controller, which is here. What I do is that actually turn it up max or almost max. So I actually start from my DJ controller in terms of my volume. So definitely about 3/4 way up some of the time. And of course you can max it out. Some persons actually max it out. So let's say for example, I want to max it out. Then what to do, so as I said, the first thing I do is actually max out the DJ controller, or definitely almost max. Over to the amplifiers. Now at times, as what I'm doing now, I actually turn the amplifier value to actually mine is actually at 12 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, definitely guys, I'm hearing no hissing sound. Remember, I have 3 amplifiers, so it is just for this amplifier. So these two actually play bass. Of course, in terms of their volume, they can control individually 2 different amplifiers. So what I do, actually try to get them at the same level and use the crossover volume to actually control it. So in terms of the hissing sound, ensure that any value I actually turn this amplifier to, I'm not hearing that hissing sound. Understand? Because now there's no music. Now, in terms of the EQ, also try not to turn up the EQ too much, because if you turn up the EQ too much, then that can also give you a hissing sound. So you want to get that level where you're not hearing any hissing sound. Now the important thing is that the source where the music is coming from, that's the volume that actually turn up first. Now let's go to the mixer. So this is a Behringer mixer. So in terms of the controllers that I use when playing music, so of course master, this is the sub, and then I'm using this channel. So in terms of volume, definitely there are a lot of ways of doing this. What I do is that the master get it somewhere there, sub somewhere there, and then based on the music that I'm playing, actually will actually now go up with this to the level that I actually want it. That's how it worked for me. Remember guys, that's how it worked for me. Now, one of the key thing in terms of reducing that hissing sound is for you not to turn up your amplifiers too much. Because remember that the amplifiers, these basically would actually be the last connection to your speakers. Now the last connection to your speakers, that is not where you want to actually turn up the volume. So all of the other components that actually connect to the amplifier, or all of the other connection before the amplifiers, you want to control the volume there. So you don't want to turn up the volume for the amplifiers too much. If you turn up the volume too much before the source where the music is coming from, that's where I realize that I get that hissing sound. So as I said, I start from the DJ controller, then definitely the mixer there, the EQ. So all of these have their volume. So the EQ have a volume button there and a volume button there. Definitely crossover a volume button there. So that's what I do to get rid of the hissing sound for my little PA system, my sound system here. So I hope that this video help persons out there, because I'm quite sure that a lot of persons out there actually experiencing a lot of hissing sound, especially if they have different components where they're having a DJ mixer console, they're having this Behringer Sonic exciter there, they're having a EQ equalizer, they have crossover, definitely amplifiers, and also a mixer board there. All of those components have a volume knob, so you have to, in terms of getting rid of that hissing sound, key thing is the adjustment of those volume knobs. So once again guys, if you're new to my YouTube channel, please remember to click on the subscription button. Definitely leave your comments in the comment section of the video and share the video. So once again guys, thanks for viewing. Famitech is out of there.